Okay, so today is another pull day. We're gonna do loads of front lever as usual, and then back off to some pull-ups. But first, I got a question from a viewer who asked me if I train my abs directly. And the short answer to that is no, I don't. But there's also a reason that I don't, and that's because, well, I'm doing calisthenics. Basically, everything in bodyweight, you're indirectly doing a bit of abs, If I'm in a push-up, I'm holding up my body by squeezing my abs a bit. If I'm doing a pull-up, at the top, I'm squeezing my abs a bit. But especially in the front lever, which I'm doing today, you train your abs because you're like in the horizontal position and you're keeping your legs up. Like basically, if you're lying on the ground and you keep your legs up, you will also feel your abs, right? So that's the exact same thing. And especially if you're like pressing, you can feel the next day that you work your abs. So I don't train them directly, which also means that, I don't have any elite strength in my abs. They're not very strong like a gymnast would have strong abs. But at the same time, you can see like a bit that they're visible. So that's enough for me. And at the same time, they're strong enough for me to do my exercises. If I do a planche, I have strong enough abs to do that. If I do my front lever, I have strong enough abs to do that. Like many people say like, oh, if you can do a planche and if you can do a front lever, your abs must be excellent, But like rather than abs, like the front lever and the planche is like shoulder and back strength, So my abs, I don't train them, but I don't need to, in my opinion, because they're visible, which is enough for me, and they're strong enough to do every kind of training that I want to do. So anyway, I'm gonna do some warming up now. Like I said, we have the front lever. So I'll take this bar here that I have and be careful not to bump into you. I'll be doing my warm-up here on this one. And also before like starting the front lever, what I try to do is I like try to move around with the band a bit, get my shoulders like a bit stretched out. Ooh boys. I can feel my chest from yesterday. If you remember, we did, or if you saw the video, we did loads of sets. Not loads of sets. We did some sets of dips and push-ups, 3 sets each, very long ones. I'm feeling them. Like I wasn't feeling them when I woke up because it's not like tired, but I can feel like here they're stretching. They're a bit sore. So that was a good success. But anyway, yeah, I will just stretch my shoulder like this. I will do some activation for the muscles in the back, by pulling the band like outside while keeping my elbows. And basically what I'm showing you now is pretty much all I do. I don't really have a long warm-up for front lever because, it's not that heavy on the joints. And then after I just did the bands, I'll do like a couple of pull-ups. And that's basically it. Let's get started. Okay, what I forgot to mention is that if you have any other questions, just put them in the comments. I basically pick out the questions randomly and I address them in the video. I'm recording this from like one week beforehand, so you won't get your answer immediately in a video. They'll also just make sure to answer in your comment. So if you have a question, just drop it down there. All right, that's it for the heavy stuff. Let me turn off the music. I was listening to this, by the way. You see on the right, 60 BPM? Yeah, that's the shit. I love listening to that. So anyway, Let me put you down. There you go. Have a nice seat, as will I. That was it for the heavy stuff today. I promised myself before going into this workout, no matter how I feel, I will make it a lighter session. And you're thinking to yourself, Tim, what the fuck? You're using 2 kilos of weight and you're doing sets of 3 reps. I mean, except for these pull-ups, I mean, you know, so these were like the only heavy sets that I did for this training. And now I'm just gonna, you know, as you see, I removed the weights. I'm gonna do one lighter set of pull-ups, and then I'm gonna switch over to some bodyweight holds or front lever, some bodyweight presses. Not too many sets, but maybe a bit longer sets. And then afterwards, we'll just see. Actually, I wanna like go hard on the next set of pull-ups, just bodyweight. And depending on how it goes, maybe go for like a little PR on the pull-ups themselves, like how many pull-ups I can do. Actually, that would be a massive PR. At the moment, it's 22 pull-ups in front lever. If I can break that, I mean, I'm gonna be so fucking happy. Or if it goes, you know, not as well as I would hope during the pull-ups, I'll just break my PR for pull-ups to touch, because at the moment it's 10 pull-ups to touch hold. I know I can break it. I mean, I don't even have to feel good for that. I know I can break it, but we'll just see what happens. And for that, I'll switch the music to Attack on Titan, My Soldier's Rage. If you know, you know, but you get energy from that. It's insane. That's actual pre-workout or intra-workout, I guess. It's both. So anyway, I'm gonna set up the next set, and yeah, I'll see you on the other side. All right. Whew. We didn't get a PR for the pull-ups. That was not going to happen. But I feel like we got a decent 15 pull-ups to touch, which I'm also happy with, you know. Like I said, I'm still feeling fucking trash. Like, as I mentioned it yesterday, I'm being haunted by the squats. Those are just, that was not a normal intensity, that training. Holy fucking shit, it's like 4 days now, and I'm still feeling it, but even then, I mean, I have to check out the form, of course, you know. Probably not the best, but 15 to touch, that's a big improvement. So now I can happily move on to some presses. Body weight, just normal front lever, normal holds, and finish off the remainder of the front lever workout. Let's go! Alright, this is where I'm actually gonna listen to the 60 BPM, because I'm gonna do some holds, and I just use the sound to know how many seconds I'm holding. So I guess I'll do like 20 seconds holds, do some presses, I don't know, depends on how I'm feeling, but I think 20 seconds is realistic. Alright, I was gonna go for 5 presses at first, but I felt like I had 10 in me. The last few probably weren't very good, but this was a challenging set, you know. That's how you get better. You challenge yourself, and either you fail the challenge or you succeed. But in both cases, you know, you gave it your all, and you can move on to the next stuff. So I'll do a couple more pressing and hold sets, not too intense, just to get some volume in me, maybe 3 sets or something, and then move on to some pull-ups, I guess. Whew, I'm out of breath from this set. Guys, are you gonna make me say it again? Front lever is the greatest exercise that exists, especially for back. I mean, I did a lot of holds, a lot of presses now, and you know, I feel it in my abs. My abs are tired. I feel it in my back, especially, of course. Quick pump check, you know. My back really just feels pumped to shit. Whew. Yeah, my back feels good. So those last sets, they went really to the max, but that's okay. You know, today a bit less intensity, even though it was quite intense. You know, I don't have anything to complain about. But you know, those last 2 sets, just to accumulate some volume, some fatigue, without exerting myself too much. And now I'm gonna put this bad boy up again and do some pull-ups or some chin-ups. I'll see, maybe weight it, I don't know. But anyway, some pull-ups will be good as a finisher. And then we have another successful workout in the books. Okay, I decided on some weighted chin-ups. So I have my 30 kilo vest on me. It literally weighs on my stomach when I sit down. It's quite funny. But anyway, I'm gonna go for like 3 sets, I believe. Even though I'm already tired from front lever, I should be able to get like 5 or 6 reps, or at least I hope. If not, I will drop the weight down, but I think I can do it. Yeah, we have 2 more easy sets of 6. That will be good. Last set, I think we can get more than 6, maybe aim for 10. Yeah, easy. But easy is good, you know, because I'm still trying to recover. Let me get this weight vest off of me and we'll talk about it. Okay, so that's the end of the training. One thing that I forgot to mention on the last leg day, you know, the one I did 4 days ago that I'm still complaining about now, that was intensity that I normally don't do, because, you know, you have intense trainings, you can go hard for a couple of sets, but the harder you go in training, the longer you have to recover, and that's exponentially. So if you go like a bit harder, every time you go a bit harder, you know, there's like a bigger window of extra recovery you need. So what I did, I guess it was Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Saturday already. That was Tuesday. What I did Tuesday, that was so intense because basically from set number 3, I was tired already. You know, I was feeling it. I was getting a sick burn in my quadriceps, but I just kept going because, you know, it's endurance based. you can push through the burn. And I just kept pushing. And I'm proud that I was able to push myself that far, but also now, I'm living the consequences, because at the end, I was barely able to stand up. I rested for 15 minutes. I couldn't even do a pistol squat, one pistol squat. I couldn't do it. And, a couple of weeks ago, I was doing pistol squats for 11 reps, I believe, with 30 kilos. So that just shows that I was not gonna recover anymore anytime soon. But now, I have to make sure that my body is allowed to recover by going a bit less intense on other workouts. So today, yesterday, you noticed it as well, I'm going a bit less heavy. I mean, I do a couple of heavy sets, the pull-ups, I did some heavy sets, but they're not to the max. And after that, I drop the weight, aka I go to body weight, and I do some longer sets. I do maybe a bit less sets. I don't go on failure to all my sets, That's how I tone down my training. And I'll be doing this for, the next couple of days as well. Tomorrow, even on leg day. I was planning on doing a maximum, like 1 rep max for pistol squat. I don't know if I'll do that, because, quite frankly, I'm not recovered fully yet. It can take a while. So, you can go very intense on your training, and that's a good thing. But if you want to have like sustainable training, where you can, train every couple of days, make sure that you go hard on a couple of sets and not the entire time until you're just crashing on the ground, because then you're going to have to recover for a long time. But anyway, if I summarize today's training, it was, quite good, I did 6 sets of pull-ups / touch front lever sets. So those were not all to the max, of course. I did the 4 sets of 3 pull-ups, which were quite hard. Then I did 1 set of touch. And then I did 1 set, quite hard, with lower weight on the pull-ups. Then I did 4 sets of holds and presses for the front lever. The first one was quite intense, 20 seconds hold, 10 presses. That's actually quite good for me. And then the other ones were just like kind of back off sets, just to get some extra volume. And then on the pull-ups, that was just all very easy stuff. 6 reps. I mean, on the last set I did 10, and I feel like I could have gotten 2 reps at least, maybe 3, maybe 4 reps extra. So today was all in all very good training. Tomorrow we have leg day, which is going to be fun as well. We're going to be back to the pistol squats. Maybe not the 1 rep max, but I have the weighted vest now. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait for it.